Hello everyone, it is Patrick or PY. Today's vlog is a really special one because I'm making it for my friends over at Edison Elementary in Mrs. Scheifler's kindergarten class. Hello guys! They recently wrote me a letter, and it's awesome. It's so awesome. I'm so excited. I'm just going to read it to you guys and you'll know quickly what this vlog will be about. Dear Patrick, today we learned about cancer. We watched a Charlie Brown video about a little girl with leukemia. Then Miss Scheifler told us about you and we decided you were our hero. Here are some questions that we have. So first off, thank you. I am honored that you guys would think of me as a hero. It means a lot. It makes me feel really good. The first things I should say is that these answers wouldn't be the same for everybody that gets sick or has cancer. Each person that gets sick, a lot of these things are different or change. I happen to be very lucky, and my experience has been a good story. Leukemia is different than a lot of other cancers because it doesn't attack one part of your, one particular spot of your body, not your shoulder. I wouldn't use shoulder as an example. Leukemia is basically when your blood gets sick. If you know someone with breast cancer, if you know someone with lung cancer, that's a particular part of your body that gets cured different ways. Leukemia is all over your body. It's in your blood. And your blood's everywhere. So I just want to say that before I answered anything else because I think it'll help you guys understand some of my answers that way. First question I have is from Mallory, and she asks, what is it like to have cancer? It's not fun, as you guys could probably imagine. It's basically like being in timeout for a long time, and your parents haven't told you when you can come up from your timeout. That's what it's like. You gotta sit out, and you don't know how long. That's one of the simplest ways to explain it. The next question is from Landon. He said, what kind of medicine did you have to take? I had to take a whole bunch of medicine. I had to do chemotherapy. I had to do spinal taps. Those are not fun. I had to watch what I eat. I had to be really careful about not hurting myself or cutting myself or getting infections or fevers. I had to take steroids. I had to take a lot of pills. Yeah, I kind of get into that stuff later as well. How did you know that you were sick was asked by Hunter and Blake. Just didn't feel like myself. I felt really weak, really out of shape. I would try walking to my university for class, and I couldn't get there without feeling like I had ran a mile. As you can see now, I have a lot of energy. Sometimes. I still nap quite a bit. Next question is from Justyn and Jaelyn, or is it Justyn? Whichever way you say it, I apologize for getting it wrong. They asked, does it hurt when you have cancer? My kind, where it hurt the most was right here. It's like a puzzle right here that you just can't get right. Picture the whole quad back at school and it being a puzzle and the pieces are this big. And you have to put it all together before you can get better. That's what it's like. One thing they do is they basically put a permanent needle in my chest. It sounds scary, and I promise you it's less scary than you think. It's called a port, but you guys can think of it as basically a faucet or like a hose outside that you can hook up. And they put it in my chest. It kind of looks like a robot, a little bit like a robot. But yeah, they would do this because they had to get medicines and fluids into my body very quickly. It basically kind of looked like that a little bit. And a lot of other things hurt too, but let me answer that one in another question by one of you guys. Mackenzie asked, when did you get cancer? I got cancer when I was 21 years old, so that puts me at about 15th grade. I got sick right after my birthday. So yeah, worst birthday gift ever. I would give that one back, but I returned that one. You know what I mean? How did it feel when you got chemotherapy? Chemotherapy does not feel very good, if you guys can imagine. One of the biggest things you feel is just tired. Remember how I told you I was on those steroids? They made me so hungry. Losing your hair is kind of crazy too. I lost my hair twice. The last question is by Anna and Henry, and is, what is chemotherapy? Good question, because when I got sick originally, I didn't know what it was either. I always knew that it was a way to make cancer better, but I didn't really know what it was. To explain it to you guys, I have to go back to, remember that faucet? Basically what happens is they take all these really weird juices. They're scary drugs, but they kind of look like Kool-Aid, to be honest. And they hook that hose basically up to your faucet. They put these juices into your body, and what's happening is that it's taking all the bad stuff that was making your blood sick, and it's killing it, and it's getting rid of it. But at the same time, it's also taking all of the good stuff in your body as well. It's taking all of the stuff. It's like rebooting your computer, or completely restarting your computer, shutting it down, letting it sit and wait for about 10 minutes, and then restarting it again, if you know what I mean. If your computer has ever got a virus or anything like that, it's like that in so many words. Going back to one of the questions that was earlier was, let's see, does it hurt to have cancer? It hurts when your body is restarting. Your body is working so hard to get everything back that it once had that it really hurts. It gets worn out. I know I told my family before, I feel like an old man. I feel like it's hard to walk and it's hard to move, and my muscles really hurt. The long bones in your body, like your humerus right here, and your femur, your long bones in your legs and in your pelvis, those bones are working really, really hard to create what the chemotherapy kind of took out. The thing is when you feel that, even though it hurts, that means that your body is working, and it's working really hard to beat your sickness. It's painful, but it has to be done, and it's a good thing when you feel it. That seems weird. I know it sounds strange. Think of it like this. Have you ever cut yourself, and your mom or dad goes to pour peroxide onto your scratch, and it hurts and it stings and it burns? It's a good thing because it's your body, you're protecting your body and you're being safe. So guys, there is that. I hope I answered your questions. I hope they made sense. And I hope you learned a little bit about leukemia and cancer and how it's like for some people. You guys all have a good day back in Miss Streifler's class, and yeah, thanks again. Thank you guys. That was awesome. Alright, bye.